Well, hi, my friends. Have you ever just wanted to just paint? Just paint. You don't want to paint something. You just want to paint. And I have a little something. I got roses from my dad for Mother's Day, and they're just, some of them are beyond help now, but this one is just about to give up his last, or her last, I don't know. And then we're going to do a little something with that in a minute. And I want to show you how I like to paint when I just want to paint. So it's going to be easy peasy today. We'll move the rose over a little bit and we'll get busy. This is from the Five Below watercolor paper. This is not 100% cotton. As you know, I don't use 100% cotton very often. This is from Five Below as well. So we're going to use a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And we're going to just see. Because this is not watercolor paper at all. This is recycled drawing paper. So, this is what I like to do. I'm going to have a paintbrush. Stuff gets all over the place. This is one of my Fumuis. And I don't know what number it is anymore because the numbers have worn off. So, I have my friends holding down my paper, and I'm just going to paint. I have some clean water. I'm going to put some colors. I'm going to put some water on some colors. You know, it's even easier than putting water on colors with your paintbrush. Having a little bit of water and just kind of giving them all a little squirty. And that way, whatever you decide you want to use is ready for you when you want to use it. And you don't have to worry about it then. And yeah, why not? So, I'll put that down here so it doesn't mess up with our light. We'll open the window just a little bit more to get a little extra light. Now, on the other hand, there is one thing. If you are big about having plenty of room, which I did a bunch of these earlier, did not map off anything, and so therefore I didn't have room to cut them, which it's okay. It's not a big deal for what I'm doing, but this will keep me in a row so that I don't have to worry about if the bottom row is getting mixed up with the middle row and blah blah blah. So yeah, now they're about done getting all mixy magic over there. And so I'm just going to pick a color, any old color, and I'm just going to paint. And then maybe I could chat with you while we paint, and we could just be like, you know what? This is what I want to do. I like to see what the paints will do. That is my favorite thing about painting. Just to play with water and paint and be like, you know what? I wonder if I mix this one in with this one. Look at how they resist each other. How cool is that? How very cool, you know? Now, you don't have to keep on rinsing your brush. You can go right on to the next one. Or you can resist the temptation to go on to the next one, and you can wash your brush in between. You can do whatever your little heart desires, because that's what I do. I like to see where things take me. I like to just play with the paint. I don't want any rules. I don't want anyone telling me you can't do that, because you can, and it doesn't matter what colors. So I'm not even going to tell you colors other than I really like Daniel Smith. I have a lot of theirs. I have Schminkle. I have, what's the other one? Winsor Newton. So I have a lot of the colors. And yeah, you find colors that you like. whatever that is. Whatever it is. And then paint. Paint with all the colors. They don't have to be, it doesn't have to be like mixy magic every time. Sometimes it can just be like, wow, that didn't work at all. I didn't like that at all. Other times you're like, wow, I had no idea blue and brown would look so good together. Like, really? Look at that. Who would have thunk that blue and brown, well, I think God did, because trees are brown and the sky is blue. So, duh, of course it's going to look good together. Let's see, if we take that same blue and pull it over here and make ourselves a little rectangle or a square or a circle. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to do the same thing I'm doing. Ooh, baby, that one's bright and holy cow. Let's take a little bit of that and bring it over here. Start the next one. This is what I like to do. I like to do this type of thing because why not? Why not? If you're sitting there saying, I can't do this because I'm not, I can't do this because I am, you need to get off of that and stop talking about that, because you can do whatever you want to do, especially when it comes to paint. You don't have to sit and tell yourself, I can't, because you could. Why can't you? And if it doesn't look good together, then whoop-de-doo. I'm going to take the rest of this red and I'm going to put it over here just so I don't waste it. You know? I'm making these more squarey. The ones I did the other day, I made them very much more rectangular. Rectangular. So that's fine. You don't have to, you can do whatever you want. Well, that's pretty. That's really pretty. I think that's moon glow. So we're just going to do some on here. I'm not going to fill up the entire page because I want them to dry and I don't want this video to be 10 hours long. One more color in this one, and let's see if we just, I think this is a German, with like the German yellow or something like that. I don't remember exactly which it is. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to look and I don't care. So we're just going to go with it and see. How's that? Oh, so many things. And you can do just water. You could just drop some water in. Okay, so we're going to put these aside and I'll be right back. Okay, so those ones are drying. Let's do the grid again. This is a much thinner paper, like way, way thinner. And I already used this for some and I love it. I'm going to tell you why. One of the biggest things I've noticed is sending handmade cards in the mail. You get reprimanded almost because people are like, excuse me, if it's going to be handmade, then you're going to have to pay extra to send it in the mail because it won't go through our little card reader thingy-majigger. That's a jip, man. If they tell that it is the slightest bit, just a tiny little bit more thick, then they're going to charge you more. That's just wrong. I mean, heavens to Murgatroyd. So I found a way around it, and I'm going to tell you, and hope and pray that they're not listening. I don't think there's anything they could do because this is practically perfect in every way. You take these little thin pieces that you're making, you add them to a very thin cardstock, and then boom, chakalaka. You made your own card and you put it in that little teeny tiniest envelope, you know, the little one. You all know what I'm talking about, that little tiny envelope they have. Little teeny tiny rectangular envelope. and you put it in there, and then you stick it in the mail. It's not thicker, but you made something your own self, and you're sending it out to a friend, and you're within your rights. You're doing the right thing. You're not trying to gyp the system or anything like that. It's not anything like, oh my goodness, I'm doing a bad thing. You're not doing a bad thing. You're just trying to save a little money. You're not buying a huge card from a big factory or company. You bought some cheap paper and you're making a little mark on here. And yes, this is not watercolor paper. This is not even watercolor paper, let alone 100% cotton paper. This is drawing paper. It's thin, it's nice, and as you can see, it is taking the color lovely. And yeah, there's a lot of people who don't agree with this. Oh well. Oh well. I don't care. I'm not being mean. I'm not trying to say that they're wrong. I'm just saying you don't have to go out and buy expensive paper all the time. You can get the cheap stuff. I mean, if you're trying to do a miraculous, holy cow painting that's going to last a lifetime, well then by all means, get the best of the best and go for it. But let me tell you a little secret. None of these paintings are going to last a lifetime. They're watercolor. It should be for your enjoyment, for the enjoyment of others. Love it or hate it, I don't care. But then, you know what? You can send them another one and you can start over and make them a different one in a year, in a month. You don't have to have, are you guys seeing this? That's a beautiful red. You don't have to have it be like the most gorgeous thing in the entire world. It can be just a little bit of mixy magic. It might last a long time. It might not. It's not a big deal. You're just doing this to brighten someone's day, or maybe just your own day. You don't always have to do it for somebody else. Sometimes you might want to just sit and relax. And then when you're sitting relaxed and doing your mixy magic, maybe, just maybe, you stop and go, huh, you know, there's that lady down the street who's been having health issues. And she really loves when people come visit and bring her stuff because she's homebound, or there's a gentleman down the street, or whatever. You could bring them a little something to brighten their day. How cool are you? I think that would be a great idea. Just to bring somebody something that would brighten their day. Why not? Some people say why. I say why not. Okay, now look. This is the same color I just used there. Wow. That's a pretty fantastic thing right there. I like that. I wanted to rinse this brush so you could see the difference with that one in two different places. Okay. And you can put it wherever you want to. You could put it around the edge. You could put it whatever you want to do. But this is what I like to do when I like to relax. I want to just sit and not really think too much about it. Just pick colors and put them down on paper and see what happens. Maybe put this one on the outside. Okay, so I'm going to let these dry a little bit, and then we're going to show you what we're going to do with the roses. Okay, for all intent and purposes, we are dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this lovely little rose, and I'm going to pull off a petal. Just a petal. The rose can still do its thing, unless you use all the petals. And so I'm going to take this little lovely little petal. I'm going to squish it like that. Squish it. And then I'm going to squeeze it on the paper. Sometimes it takes a second for them to go. Oh, your fingers are going to get colorful, just so you know. This is a great thing to do with your kids. This is a great thing to do with Mixie Magic flowers you got from a friend. And yeah, look at how beautiful. And you can make big ones, you can make little ones. You can use a half of it, and it gets like smushy because like this is got a lot of juice in it, man. I love this one. Let's see how that looks. That's pretty. Those are pretty. Okay, let's try the other one real quick. These ones are a little bit longer. You can have one coming off the page. You have two coming off. You can do whatever your little heart desires because this is fun. Okay, the other thing is you can, hold on one second, I gotta get a deader flower. Okay, as you can tell, this is a much deader flower. That one's still doing really good. So what we want to do with this one is like pull some of these dead flower petals off and get down to these ones that are like a little less squishy. Maybe you want a couple of them. I lost my little. Let's put this guy up here where we can see him and get a couple of these. And then we're going to squeeze it again. And looky there. Now you have even more defined color. And yes, this is very, 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 very satisfying. Smush your flower around a little bit so they don't all look exactly the same. You see what I mean? Yeah. But they do look very nice, hey? Hey, that's a Uper thing, I think. Hey? I don't know. I am a transplanted transplant, so I'm from Texas. I'm from Michigan. I'm from Michigan first, but Texas, I think once Texas is in your heart, it's in your heart forever. And that's just the way it is, you know? So just put it on there, squish it down. Your fingers are going to look really bad for a little while. It's not a big deal. I want to get the other one back because this one is a little more squishy. I do like how these big ones ended up, you know, because like, wow. Yeah. Those are pretty. Okay, let's see. One more. Maybe this one. My pages are dry. The juices are from the petals, not from the page. There's no water added. This is from the rose petals themselves. And if you have roses outside, then why not use those? And then you just make as many roses as you want, usually at the top of the page, because we're going to paint or put a vase underneath them. See? Ew. Gross anyway. But most of it comes right off. I'm just putting my fingers in my water. It's not off yet, but you know what I mean. I'm not going to run to the bathroom right now for that. Or the kitchen sink even. It'll be fine. You guys don't mind this? I don't mind this. Okay, so we have a couple done on here, and those are nice and dry. Don't they look like little roses? Little watercolor roses? Oh, they're so pretty. Okay, so now the other thing you can do is get yourself some glue. You can do this with very dry rose petals. You can do this with semi-dry rose petals. Whatever your little heart desires. You can use the really, really softy ones, the pretty ones, you know, you can do that. Just dip it in the glue. Can you see that? Oh, barely. Okay, there's glue over there. Dip it in the glue. Okay, and then figure out which one you want to put it on, and then stick it on there. And then just hold it down while you find another one. This is a very dried piece. I'm going to get a lot of glue on this one because it's very dry. And you just put it on your page. Get rid of the little crumbles. Or if you like the crumbles, keep the crumbles. But I just made, I think, 18 of these. Because they're just so much fun and so easy. All kinds. I made the dry ones with the flowers. Look at how pretty those are. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you guys will see the prettiness in it, but I'm going to show you some that I did a few minutes ago. Well, I did yesterday. But I'll show you some that I did in a minute, as soon as I get this one glued down. Because, man, they're just the bomb diggity. Look at that. Those are real petals. Like real petals. These are really watercolory petals, and then these are real petals. So we could do the real petals on all of these if we wanted to. Is there one of these we want to do real petals on? I think we'll just do the one. You get the hint. You get the idea. Okay, so we'll move these guys over and keep the little rose on the desk for me, because why not? Give it a little blow to get rid of anything that's lingering. Also, there's a little piece that's left over. I'm going to put it right underneath this piece because that will hold that little piece down. Why not? And then you just take them out and spray them with some sort of fixative when you're all done so that they don't crumble, whatever. But I will show you a couple of these that I have finished. Da, 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 da. You know what? I put a bunch of stuff on top of them. Heavens to Murgatroyd. Woo! Nobody goes anywhere. Everybody be still. Cool it, man. Cool it. And come here. Oh, my stars. Okay, so I made all these. These are all fixed and dry. And you just look at these and you just, like some of them, I took a little bit of a Derwent Inktense pencil and just gave it a little more life into the flowers. So you can actually see where the lovely little petals might be. You don't have to. You can just paint anything you want to. You can just leave it as is. But I think these just turned out wonderfully. And then this is a little piece of leftover paint that I pulled off of a resist paper. Yeah, look at all these. Moody loveliness. Oh my goodness. And so then what happens is, that's not it. I have one. I do. Uh-oh. I just dropped something. Oops. I dropped something. Oopsie daisy. And who knows what it is. Hold on, excuse me. Okay, so my envelope was no longer there. So this is like the normal size envelope from, you know, for bills usually. So I have these two that I made. I'm going to move these guys out of the way so you can see them better. And all I did was, however the paint kind of settled and made me a nice vase. This one was done with a marker, acrylic marker. This one was done with an old piece of paint that was on a resist paper. And then those cards will fit easily into a regular envelope. You sign it, date it, send it to your friend. A friend opens up and is like, what in the world? You painted that? And it's your own creation. And how easy is this? How stupendously easy is this? This is going to dry up nicely. We're going to really quick make a beautiful little vase under it. I got this nice purple pen with these blues. I think that would be wonderfully lovely. And we're just going to, this is acrylic pen marker. And I'm just going to just make, I don't want to scrub on it because I don't want all that color to get on my beautiful, lovely marker here. But can you see how easy it is to just make a vase? How cool is that? And that took like what, a second? Like boom, chakalaka. And then I have a green pen, Energel. And then you just put some little stems into your vase. Put many. There's one up here. We're going to give them a little stem going down. And then if you get messed up, you can go back and fix that. Some little scribbly little leaves because roses have scribbly leaves. And we're going to put some scribbly little leaves out here. And then heavens to Murgatroyd, you're done. Exclamation, you're finished. How easy is this? And how cute does that look? Now, if you really want to go hog wild and do something crazy, you can get yourself a little, oh, let's see. We'll get a different paintbrush. This is a teeny tiny one. Curate. My daughter got me these. Get this a little wet. Put it into some sort of paint, whatever. And then just give it a little, oh, we need a little extra paint. And you just put it in here and you just give it a little shadow. So it looks like it's sitting on something. Do you see that? How easy? Just a little teeny tiny bit of a shadow. I'm sorry if you weren't in there. But how easy is that? Stupendously easy. Let's paint a pretty little, with this, let's paint a pretty little vase. You know, we're just going to paint a little vase. It's just a rectangle. It doesn't have to be anything spectacular. It doesn't even have to be completely complete. It can be any shape you want it to be. It can be a circle. It can be a square. It can be abstract. It can be crazy looking. It can be whatever you want. That's the fun part about painting. You just do whatever and say it is. It doesn't have to be a perfect flower. You're just taking your imagination and making whatever floats your boat. You're just going to take this pen, any green pen, or you can do paintbrush, whatever. And that one's going to come from way up there, so we're just going to say that one's from right here. And then this one, we're going to give it a little loop-de-doo because he's already kind of nodding his head and he's a little tired. And then we're going to do more of those little scribbly little leaves because that's what they have. They have scribbly little leaves. And look at that. How cute is that? And how long did that take? Like seconds? Okay. This is almost 30 minutes long. I didn't expect for them to be this long, but I'm telling you, I want you to try this. I want you to try and see how easy that is. Yes, I took my time. I painted these with effort and just enjoy it. I've done this multiple times in my painting career of making beautiful little backgrounds and then turning out beautiful little art pieces. Don't forget to sign every one of them because you worked hard on these. This is a gorgeous, it's so pretty. You can do this. I want to hear if you try it. So let me know when you try it. And yeah, I would love to hear from you. Give me a little shout out. Give me a thumbs up. Give me your subscription and subscribe to my channel so that helps me grow. And yeah, this would be awesome for you to do. Okay, I'm going to let you go and I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Hope you're having a stupendous day and I will talk to you again in the next video. God bless. Hope everything in your area is coming up totally wonderful and I will talk to you again.